channel. I hope you guys are all doing fabulous today. So I am going to bring you a Christian Louboutin video. I am going to compare the Pigalle with the Pigalle 120, and we'll get into all of that. But if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. I make new videos, actually multiple videos every week, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and while you're subscribing, don't forget to hit the little notification bell, which notifies you when my new videos come out. If you are in love with shoes like I am, I'm going to leave my playlist in my description box where I have tons of designer shoe reviews, so check it out. Alright guys, let's get started. Okay, so we have two different Pigalle shoes that I'm going to share with you. These are the original and these are the 120. So I'm going to start with the original. So we are going to start with the Pigalle. This is just the regular original one. It is 100 millimeters. So you can see the heel, which is equivalent to 4 inches. So there is no platform. It is completely flat on the bottom and then the 4-inch heel. It is super classic. This is like the most classic, beautiful shoe you can get from Christian Louboutin. It is different from the Pigalle follies. The Pigalle follies actually has a shorter toe box, so you're gonna get more toe cleavage. So this is the original one, which has the longer toe box. It's the same heel, but this heel is actually a little bit wider than the Pigalle follies. The Pigalle follies is thinner, but this is a gorgeous shoe. I do think it's a little bit harder to find than the Pigalle follies just because the follies are more current. So I know you can buy these on the Christian Louboutin website, and I've seen them sometimes at like Nordstrom and Neiman Marcus, but they usually come in like the classic colors as opposed to the follies, which seem to come out in like different prints and patterns. So this is a patent leather, so if you're going to get patent leather, you might want to size up half a size. That's what I did. I got a 6.5, and they fit really nicely. As for comfort, I feel like it just kind of depends what you prefer. Do you prefer a platform or not? This is pretty much equivalent to comfort as the Pigalle Plateaus. It just depends if you like that extra cushion underneath for when you're walking on your soles, because I do kind of feel like there's not a huge difference between these and the Pigalle Plateaus, to be honest. I do think these are more comfortable than the Pigalle follies though, because they have a thicker heel and they have a longer toe box, and it kind of just depends on your toe length. If you have really short toes, it probably doesn't matter for you, but if you have longer toes, you're definitely going to notice a difference with the toe box for sure. Definitely. So up next we have the Pigalle Plateaus. This shoe is so pretty. I also love how I got it in nude. But this has a 120 millimeter heel height, which is equivalent to about 4.7 inches, and then a 20 millimeter platform, which is equivalent to about 0.7 inches. So when you walk in it, it's equivalent to a 4-inch heel. So it's pretty much the same as the regular Pigalles I just showed you. The big difference though is the platform. So I tend to find it a little more comfortable when your foot has a platform in it, because you're not really like touching the ground as much. But this lets you wear the 120 millimeter heel height without wearing a 4.7 inch heel, so it feels more like a 4-inch heel. For me, the 120s are just not wearable. I know I can't walk in them, so I have to go with the Plateaus. I think they're really pretty. I mean, I don't think that they look too bulky. Sometimes platform heels, like they're just so like tall like this that it looks ridiculous and kind of outdated, but I still think that these look really classic and pretty. So it kind of just depends what you want. I really do feel like they're pretty close in comfort. It's just that you have to decide if you like the look of the platform or not. I do know that Louboutin recently came out with the 4-inch, like the 100 millimeter heel with a 10 millimeter platform, so that you would be walking in like a 3.7 inch equivalent heel. So if you really don't like 4-inch heels, you should definitely check those out. I've seen them all over stores, and I bet you that those are really comfortable, because I find these to be pretty decently comfortable, and I bet those would be even more comfortable. I have worn these to weddings before, and I have, like, that's probably the longest I've been in them. Obviously I've gone to dinner in them, but you're not walking around as much. But when I was at a wedding and dancing, I did make it through the wedding, but by the end of the wedding my feet did hurt. but that's kind of with any heel that you would expect that. So they are comfortable, but they're probably not the most comfortable shoe out there. I think that the most comfortable ones by Louboutin are probably the Arizas, but I will say that the Pigalles and the Pigalle Platos are definitely up there in comfort level. Of all the Louboutins out there in the world, I definitely think these are the most, like, one of the most comfortable ones you can get. And I think that's important with these shoes because they are expensive, so you definitely want to be able to wear them. As for shoe sizing in this heel, I did get a size 36, which these are patent leather. I have the kid leather in the Pigalle Plato in a 36, and those are a lot more comfortable than the patent leather. So I do kind of wish I would have gotten a 6.5 in these. So if you're gonna buy the Pigalles in patent leather, go up half a size. If you're gonna buy them in suede or kid leather, keep your regular size because they're gonna stretch and you don't want them to stretch too much. But patent leather doesn't stretch very much, so half a size up is probably more comfortable, which is what I did with the regular Pigalles. And I do find that my feet are, or at least especially my toe area, because it's, you know, a pretty small toe box, they're a lot more comfortable. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I have tons of shoe reviews and Christian Louboutin shoe reviews as well. If you haven't seen my Christian Louboutin collection, I'm going to link it up here so you guys can check that out. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. If you have any questions about sizing or anything else you can think of, leave me a comment below and I'll be sure to get to your question. Have a great day. Bye.